Hey guys, today we're going to be practicing for the Squad OWI invitational tournament thing, and I'm going to be practicing mainly on the Blackhawk because I don't want to fly the MI8. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so basically I'm just going to be saying my thoughts on the map and how I'm going to, not exactly what I'm going to be doing, but just how I think as a pilot and having played competitively before. One thing especially on this map is being able to fly low comfortably as a pilot is such a huge thing. It's one of the most important things in Squad when you're a pilot. And knowing your rotor size and knowing how far you or how close you can be to a tree and how close you can be to a building and just stuff like that. So it's just situational awareness when it comes to your helicopter, and especially risk-based decision making is another huge one, because you don't want to make an extremely risky play and lose your team the 5 tickets or a multitude of tickets because you have your team or squad inside of your heli and get shot down or crash or do something stupid where it costs you tickets, and basically it costs you supplies, it costs you you could put a hab up and all that stuff. It could advance you in the game, and you just need to think about what can I do that would be the smartest and help my team the best. Scouting, that is an extremely important thing on this map. So I believe I'm going to check right now the height limit for this. So in the OWI tournament, it's going to be week 2 that we're going to be in there with the 7th Air Regiment. But basically, yeah, you can be at around 330, maybe 340. But I usually stick to the outskirts of the map and scout the enemy armor position and fob position. So if you're flying in competitive, or if you're flying just and you want to be a better asset to your team, make sure your settings and graphics are on your view distance is epic and everything, just to be able to see definition on the map. Because let's say there's a hab in here or in those little tree wooded area, you wouldn't be able to see that if it wasn't higher quality or the quality that I have it as. So you want to be able to differentiate abstract objects like a fob or a rep station or armor in a city or in between buildings or on the road and stuff like that, so you don't accidentally call out a carcass. Let's say I saw this from afar and I'm oh shit, there's an enemy Humvee right there, but it's literally just a map asset on the ground. You don't want that happening, so you want to be extremely accurate with your marks. You want to be able to comm correctly, and I'm going to be going through that as well, how to communicate correctly in this. So let's just say I'm going to be coming in for a landing at a safe area right here. Let's just say this place is safe from any enemies. All the enemies over here on the west side of the map. So I'm done scouting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start making my way lower to the ground towards my main. And the reason why I want to go towards my main and get lower is because if the enemies are towards the west side of the map, you want to be at least in your main just in case a tow or a tank is watching your position So as you're coming in to get lower, you won't get shot down. You want to be able to get as low as you can be at your main, so then you can kind of reorganize yourself and be like, okay, I'm kind of safe on this area. I know where my approach is going to be from. It's going to be from the south, or from the north, and I'm going to be coming in extremely low to the trees. And this is one thing that you always want, that I always do. I always recommend this. You always want to be familiar with your collective. So like if you don't know how to maneuver your collective correctly, especially while coming in for a landing like this, you won't be able to come in for a quick drop or a smooth landing like that, for example. So let's say in this scenario, the enemies were over here, right? And they went to go let's say one of our points are right here. Let's say the enemies are going to go here to capture this, and they have a fob to the west, like right here. So what I'm going to do here is, what I would most likely do is I would come around like this. Even though I'd be going towards their main, I would be going back towards my main right here. I'd be going back up here, going back to my main, and then immediately cutting right and gaining altitude. So as I gain altitude and come in to scout for my landing zone, to drop a squad, which I would probably do it somewhere around here, or in the river, so it's safest, I would be scouting to see if there were any enemy armor like over towards the east that are getting behind our armor pieces, wherever they are on the map. So just to show you what it would look like, what I would do is I would stay extremely close to the ground here. Coming up like this is very risky, especially when you're coming in from a complete stop, because you're not going to be as fast as you are when you're moving, whenever you first put your collective at 100. So what I'm basically doing is trying to stay as low as possible and get myself situated back towards my main, like so. And then I'm back towards my main. I can get healed up or whatever if I'm hurt. I'm going to stay as low as I can to the ground before the map ends to the east. This is another thing is, if you are flying and you want to be a use of your team, don't fly extremely high all the time. I know it can feel safer and it can feel better, but flying closer to the ground is actually going to be more beneficial to you than flying really high on a lot of these maps, especially in the city. And I'll explain that in a minute as well. So as I'm coming around, what I'm doing is I'm not just flying and looking at my map. I am flying and like maneuvering my pitch, looking everywhere, looking at small little things, like to see if, oh shit, a Logi just is coming up here. There's a potential hab that's going to be put up towards the east side, so we could get pinched while we're focused towards the west. So I could call that out, like, hey, there's a Logi over there on my enemy Logi 1 mark F524, and that's basically me calling out the grid number, me calling out the location. And another thing you can do, instead of saying on squad 1 mark, you could put a POI mark on it. So you could say, hey, POI 1 F519, enemy Logi potential hab going up, or something like that. And so that's basically how you want to communicate to your team. So going back to the scenario that was happening, so imagine they're all pushed up here. I'm getting information that they're all there. There's no armor or anything. They have no idea that I'm over here, or that I'm going to be coming in for landing because they think I'm scouting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in extremely low, probably going to go for this LZ right here. This is as low as I would be. I'd be about right here, and I want as much cover as I can, or at least concealment. So whenever you're coming in, you want to be able to go like this. Boom, they get out, they get out, they get out. And as you're in the air, whenever you land, don't ask if they want a radio. Because if you're staying there for too long, that gives the enemy an opportunity to shoot your tail rudder out, shoot your engine out, anything. So while you're in the air, you need to ask, like, hey, do you want a radio? Or do you want me to just lift off? Am I good? Are you guys dropping a rally? And if they want a radio, that gives you an opportunity to get out as fast as you can from that LZ. So you drop them, and then you immediately get out. But if they are going to put down a radio, you want to make sure that they're in an area that they can immediately go to a spot and place a radio down, like in the tree line or something like this, and they can place a hab down for an attack from the southern side of the enemy push. You just, like I said, you want to be able to make risk-based decision making, and it's just extremely helpful for your team and just like for yourself as a pilot to grow. Because I remember whenever I first started flying, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I had no idea. Like, I flew and landed people, but it's more than just flying and landing people. It's using your like brain to figure out, hey, how am I going to help the team? How am I going to help the commander? What can I spot? What can I place down like a tactical support marker? And then like I could scout a tank. And then the commander can, whenever his assets come up, he can call in a artillery strike or an F-16 strike and kill a tank, kill a hab, or anything like that. So it's just using your brain and being able to use your decision making in the smartest way possible. I mean, all your LZs, everywhere you land, is your decision. It is not the SL's decision or anybody else's. You are in charge of your helicopter, and so if they tell you to land right next to the enemy hab, like right here, you can do it. You're able to do it, but is it the smartest decision? No. If you were going to make a risky, like super risky ass decision like that, you would want to you would want to be able to land somewhere with cover, and for cover for yourself in your airframe, and most importantly, the people that you are dropping off. Like, if they want to get as close as possible to this hab, the closest way that I could get them there that's safe is probably around here. I'm not even gonna lie. It's going to be extremely risky because they could have armor over here, but they're going to be this armor is going to be focused mainly towards the active point that I said was like over here. This is where a point is or whatever. So they're going to be mostly focused on this area, trying to capture this point right here. So as a helicopter pilot, I'm thinking either going around to the south, going around to the north, or going around like to the east right here, so I can drop supplies on a fob that we have placed down already right here with a hab, so I can get construction and ammo down for them. Like, these are my two main LZs right here that I'm going to be looking for. This is also an extremely tight LZ. You can do it in the Black Hawk. It's just it's more riskier because you are more in line of sight if armor or if infantry are pushed up in these areas, and you are more likely to get taken out by AT or infantry or armor. And yeah, everything else is just common sense. I mean, you don't want to land somewhere that's going to get you killed. You don't want to do something stupid like land exactly on the enemy hab, like right here. Like, that's not what you want to do. So, I mean, that's all the advice I can give as a heli pilot and been flying for a long time. Just be smart. Don't make stupid decisions. Like, trust yourself. Like, don't listen to the a squad lead. Like, listen to yourself. Listen, be like, you need to be able to explain yourself to the squad lead. Like, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the reason why. And most of the time, you don't even need to explain yourself. It's your decision as the pilot to do what is best for your team. And if you guys end up losing because of one of your decisions, it's fine. You live and you learn. Like, it's not that serious. And again, this is a game. But what this video is just to help people that are starting or wanting to get into flying competitively and need like some guidance or need something like that. But that's gonna be the end of this video. So far I love UE5. Some of the like bugs with the helicopters is really fucking annoying, but other than that, UE5 looks beautiful. Everything looks great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like the infantry aspect of it, I see, but I mean, like, the helicopter, they need to work on that. They need to fix that, especially for competitive pilots. Like, it's a problem. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed just yapping about helicopters, but yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and let me know if you like this down in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe. All right, see you boys.